The Gulfstream V from Gulfstream Aerospace represents an extraordinary yet evolutionary leap forward in business aviation. The perfect blend of exciting new technology and timeless tradition, the Gulfstream V will take flight in the fourth quarter of 1995, ushering in a new age in business travel. Gulfstream Aerospace, located in Savannah, Georgia, has long been a leader in business aircraft manufacturing. The Gulfstream I prop jet, built in 1958, was the first aircraft specifically designed as a business aircraft, and many of them are still serving their owners after 30 years. The Gulfstream II was the first in a series of large Gulfstream business jets, setting the standards for business jet travel throughout the 1970s. In the early 1980s, the Gulfstream III continued the tradition of superior business jet service and also added around-the-world speed records in eastbound and pole-to-pole flights. The Gulfstream IV, rolled out in 1985, also set around-the-world speed records. These achievements, as well as the Gulfstream IV's payload range capabilities and superior cabin features, firmly established Gulfstream as the leader in corporate jet design and production. Gulfstream's tradition of reliability and comfort for the business traveler continues with the Gulfstream V, which will set the standard for business aircraft for many years to come. The Gulfstream V's innovative design exemplifies Gulfstream's philosophy: meet the customer's needs without compromise. The Gulfstream V is a newly developed business jet designed to fly 6,500 nautical miles at transonic speeds. The Gulfstream V will have many features that the business traveler will notice right away, such as the increased passenger load, roomier cabins, and an incredible flight range, non-stop, New York to Tokyo. The innovations on the Gulfstream V include a completely new engine, wing, winglet, flap system, nacelle, and empennage designs. These designs are the results of extensive research and testing by Gulfstream's engineering department. Achieving the extended range capabilities desired for the Gulfstream V required an airframe and power plant aerodynamic design specifically suited for this mission. These design capabilities are provided by computational fluid dynamics, or CFD. The CFD methods, along with extensive research information obtained from NASA, have reduced the cost and time frame of the design of the Gulfstream V and have produced a sophisticated and efficient design. To realize Gulfstream's commitment to the efficient design of its products, Gulfstream acquired the Convex 3840 supercomputer. The Convex computer provides the engineering department the ability to perform complex calculations in a timely fashion, thereby reducing costs and ensuring a high-quality finished product. Once the design has been done using CFD, results are further tested and verified with traditional wind tunnel testing. Review of the aerodynamic data from wind tunnel testing performed at the Boeing Transonic facility in Seattle and the Aircraft Research Association Transonic Wind Tunnel in England have substantiated the analytical design methods used in the development of the new wing for the Gulfstream V. Gulfstream has developed partnerships with many key suppliers for various components of the Gulfstream V. Chief among these is the relationship with BMW Rolls-Royce, who provide the highly efficient BR710 engines for which Gulfstream was launch customer. The new wing and winglet, as well as all control surfaces, are provided by Vought Aircraft, a division of the Northrop Grumman Corporation. A new vertical and horizontal stabilizer from an established tradition, Fokker Aircraft in the Netherlands, designer and manufacturer of the F-100 aircraft. Honeywell is providing the SPZ-8500, an integrated flight management system which will be immediately incorporated into the Gulfstream V. Honeywell is also developing a sophisticated head-up display, which is scheduled for certification for the Gulfstream V in 1997. A new, larger auxiliary power unit will be supplied by Allied Signal, providing increased ground cooling capability and reliable secondary power as needed. In order to smooth the integration of the new systems onto the Gulfstream V, Gulfstream has created the new Integrated Test Facility, or ITF. The ITF is a simulator which contains actual aircraft hardware and wiring harnesses, as well as computer software that allows the systems to be tested as though they were on a flying aircraft. The ITF is the first place all of the systems will interact with each other, allowing the engineers to find and solve any interface problems before the completion of the first aircraft. Follow-on system improvements will also be tested in the ITF before being incorporated into production. With the real aircraft cab and systems controls, the ITF will also be used for pilot familiarization leading up to the first flight. Once aircraft testing starts, the ITF will serve as a troubleshooting tool. Problems in test flights can be recreated in the ITF under close observation, leading to improved problem-solving capabilities. Finally, following aircraft certification, the ITF will provide a service as the Gulfstream V customer maintenance trainer. In addition to the integrated test facility, Gulfstream is using CATIA-based design methods to generate a three-dimensional computer representation of the Gulfstream V. This database, referred to as the electronic mock-up, is being used to verify the design in terms of fit, installability, and access for maintenance. In design terms, the electronic mock-up is considered to be the first aircraft to be produced, since it represents the initial assembly of all aircraft components in their proper position. Another Gulfstream innovation for production of the Gulfstream V is concurrent development. The design team, including design engineers, manufacturing, tooling, and product support people, are co-located, allowing all the necessary people to be on hand and involved in discussion of design, tooling, or production ideas. The concurrent development process has led the team to be able to use advanced information to start the process of making detailed parts that make up assemblies. This reduces the cycle time of a development program and makes it possible to use early information to build tools and fixtures as the design allows, rather than waiting for designs to be completely finished before creating necessary tools and fixtures. Because of concurrent development, changes to the major assembly area have begun as well. Many fixtures have been created or adapted for use solely on the Gulfstream V. Due to these new fixtures, more area was needed to house the assembly of the Gulfstream V. Many facility changes were needed, such as the movement of the thrust reverser shop, the tube shop, and other supporting shops, as well as expansion of the main hangar doors. The first assembly fixture has been loaded 6 weeks ahead of the planned build schedule, and Gulfstream Aerospace is well on its way to completion of the first Gulfstream V, scheduled for rollout in September 1995. Gulfstream Aerospace and the Gulfstream V, setting the standards for global travel now and into the 20th.
The Gulfstream V, the world's most advanced and efficient business aircraft, is the newest jet in the long line of business aircraft designed and built by Gulfstream Aerospace. Located in Savannah, Georgia, Gulfstream Aerospace has been the leader in business aircraft production since the 1960s. The Gulfstream V is currently in production in Savannah, and first flight is scheduled for November 1995. The Gulfstream V is built using a component system. Various parts of the aircraft are assembled individually, then each section is brought together to form the main body of the aircraft, commonly known as the fuselage.
My name is Carl Miller. I work in Department 604. The G5 nose is probably going to be the ultimate that we've ever built here. I work in QC for Department 604, and I've watched the nose being built, and I can say that the quality is there, that the teamwork's there, and that total customer satisfaction is what the people in Department 604 aim to do, and that's our goal.
Each individual part of the nose section is constructed in a different workstation. The approach for the Gulfstream V differs from the Gulfstream 4 in a few aspects. The greatest of these changes is that the Gulfstream V is delivered to the forward combo area as a modular nose unit with the canopy already installed. This leads to a better fit of the canopy and a reduced production time in the forward combo area. The tooling in the nose section, as well as all the other sections of the Gulfstream V, is made to the electronic data rather than to the master gauges. This electronic data is the same data set used to produce the sheet metal parts as well as the machined parts. Working from the same data set contributes to a better fitting nose section and a better fitting aircraft.
Our quality here is second to none. Everyone works together to help manufacture a quality product that will be to customer satisfaction, not only now while we're building it, but 20 or 25 years down the road.
My name is Vernon Jones, work in Department 607. In Department 607 is basically the start of the aircraft. We just went to a new team concept there, where you have a group of people working together for a certain amount of assemblies, a certain type of assemblies. For the skin area, you have 2 or 3 machines working as a group. In the setup area, you have 4 or 5 people working as a group, and they tend to check on each other to ensure quality.
The Drivematic area produces the exterior skins and sub-assemblies for the Gulfstream V and the Gulfstream 4. This entire area was made possible through cycle time reduction. With less cycle time, we reduced the need for having many of the same parts in the bin. Keeping fewer parts on hand reduced the need for space to store them, which in turn meant a smaller warehouse could be used, making floor space available for this section. This is the automated riveting section. These machines drill and deburr, and also countersink the holes, making them ready for a fastener. The machine first applies a sealant, then installs the fastener.
My name is Dion Hall. I'm at Gulfstream Aerospace and Team 608. I've been with Gulfstream now for 12 years, and I work in, like I said, a forward combo. It's a real pleasure to work at Gulfstream Aerospace. We push quality and spend a lot of care building the aircraft. It's just a real pleasure to work in Department 608.
The forward section of the aircraft is the section that attaches just behind the nose section. The major changes to this section are reductions to the amount of splices used in construction of the aircraft's skin. We have chosen to use oversized skins to reduce the amount of skin splices. The benefits of this include reduced build hours, reduced weight, and improved cosmetics. Another major change is the placement of the main entrance door, which has been moved 60 inches aft. The main entrance door is now in what is referred to as the constant section, located outside of the compound contour area. We have also improved the door seal and its fit up to the fuselage.
The management, the teamwork, just the whole thing of working in Team 608 is just a great place to work.
My name is DJ Moore. I'm in Department 603. The center mid department consists of the top panel, the side panels, pressure floor, and the after main frame. Quality in the center mid, most people take it upon themselves to do the best possible workmanship they can. Everybody's been through quality courses and classes to be aware of what quality standards we have here.
The center midsection has been enlarged by 4 inches. One additional design change is the use of extruded aluminum for the floor section rather than formed sheet metal. This results in reduced build time.
Most people take it upon themselves to do the best possible workmanship they can.
My name is Reginald Tundo, Department 602. Number one objective is to build a defect-free aircraft, free of fraud, corrosion prevention, and to make sure we put out the best product that we could.
The aft midsection has also reduced the amount of skin splices needed, as well as increased the size of the baggage door. The aft midsection has made changes to the primary aft mid-machine bulkhead. The Gulfstream 4 bulkhead is assembled, formed sheet metal with 75 detail parts, such as clips and brackets. The Gulfstream 5 bulkhead is a one-piece machined bulkhead, which gives it the advantage of reduced build time, 32 hours versus 168 hours. The number of design changes to the aft mid has dictated that we use all new and unique panel fixtures. The aft midsection has the largest number of unique fixtures of any of the sections being constructed for the Gulfstream 5.
The employees in the aft mid area is some of the best employees in the world when it comes to building aircraft.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Hoskins. I'm in Department 601, aft fuselage section. I'm the lead over the side panels. On each side there's sections that we have to put together. Everything has to be documented, has to be per spec, per print. There's no deviations, and has to be FAA approved.
The aft section has not changed significantly from the previous Gulfstream 4 design, with the only real change being the oversized skins used to reduce the number of splices needed, as with the other sections. One unique feature in this section is the interesting tooling used. This tool is used to build Gulfstream 4 parts on one side and Gulfstream 5 parts on the other. This idea has saved 25 feet of floor space, contributing greatly to the efficiency of this area.
The customer is always the first, gets first priority in our Gulfstream.
Hello, my name is Tony Durns. I work in Department 900 at Gulfstream in final assembly. The quality of the product needs to be, when it comes from Vought, needs to be a very superior product. When it gets to Savannah, we won't have a whole lot of time to do any kind of rework. We'll have to be up against a real tight schedule.
The wing for the Gulfstream 5 is being provided by Vought Aircraft from Dallas, Texas. They will deliver a completely stuffed wing with all control surfaces, main gear doors, and the leading and trailing edges already completed and included. Other contributions by Vought include the wing-to-body fairing and the radome.
The quality has to be, number one, real good. Get here, we can put it together, do our work one time, the first time, and send it on down to our next customer.
The empennage is from a revenue-sharing partner, Fokker Aircraft of the Netherlands. As with Vought, they will deliver a fully stuffed horizontal and vertical stabilizer. They will also be supplying the composite pressure floorboards.
Hi, my name's Carl Veal. I'm from 918 Fuselage Joining. In our area, we take the smaller components from major assembly and build the cigar unit. We also stuff it with hydraulics and controls.
This is where the various sections of the fuselage are joined. The fuselage will spend a minimal amount of time in this station, and then it will be moved to a laydown position where it will be stuffed with hydraulic lines, ECS ducts, and other interior components.
Customer satisfaction means 100% quality. We never sacrifice quality for schedule in 918.
The major suppliers of other components are maintaining schedule to meet the November 1st flight. The first set of engines from BMW Rolls-Royce are on track for a September delivery. The APU from Allied Signal will be at the June Operator's Workshop and will make the first flight delivery in July, while the flight control structures, flaps, spoilers, and wing-to-body fairing from Shinmaiwa and Kobe, Japan are tracking to support the first flight. Honeywell and others will continue to support the integrated test facility and will make the committed shipment to support the first flight in November. In the following weeks, the fuselage will be joined to the wing and the final assembly will begin in preparation for the Gulfstream V's first flight in November of 1995. Gulfstream Aerospace and the Gulfstream V, setting the standards for business aircraft travel today and into the 21st century.
Senior Vice President of the Gulfstream V program. In the last quarter, we have made tremendous progress in building the first G5. We've gone from a winged fuselage mate all the way through rollout on September 22nd. All of this was really accomplished as a result of the tremendous teamwork from the Gulfstream V program team members. Everything from engineering through production has worked very hard to achieve the first G5 build. The G5 now is a reality. We look forward to first flight, fourth quarter of this year, and again, it will be the teamwork of all members of the G5 program that really will lead to a successful first flight. Congratulations on the rollout, and we look forward to the first flight.
Hi, my name's Bob Stroop. I work in the fuselage joining laydown area here at Gulfstream Aerospace in Savannah, Georgia. What we do in the fuselage laydown position is start the process that we refer to as stuffing the fuselage. Up to this point, the majority of the installations have been structures type installations. As we begin our systems installations, we install all the overwing area items, such as the overwing electrical harnesses and hydraulic lines that run over the wing. We also work all the harnesses in the tail and all the hydraulic lines in what we refer to as the boiler room. It's in this station that we begin to install the flight control cables. We begin to make major installations in the cockpit area as well as the radio rack area. Exterior installations include the dorsal inlet along with the splitter, and we begin to install the wing-to-body fairing.
Hello, my name is Tony Durns. I work in the wing join area. The Gulfstream V wing was received from Northrop Grumman in a totally enclosed rail car on July 18, 1995. The receiving crew removed the 3 covers from the rail car and unloaded each wing one half at a time. They were rotated 90 degrees in the air with a special handling tool, laid down on transportation dollies, and rolled inside the building. The receiving crew then replaced the covers on the rail car as we began to join the 2 halves together. The wing is joined at butt line 0, the center of the wing, with about 1,200 fasteners. The remaining fuel system, hydraulic, and electrical parts were installed in the same area. The majority of the rear beam work was completed in time to receive and install flaps, spoilers, and ailerons from Shimiwa of Kobe, Japan.
Hi, my name is Lionel Miller, and I work at the wing to fuselage joining area here at Gulfstream in Savannah, Georgia. Before any movement of the fuselage out of joining laydown, a walk through the fuselage is performed by the crew. All fuselage to wing joinings are done by the same crew and done very early in the morning to avoid any potential distractions. The first Gulfstream V wing to fuselage joining was very successful with all good pin-ups and no interferences.
Hi, my name is Derek Burke. I work in the area that is responsible for the join of the vertical stabilizer to the fuselage. The boomerang fittings have been electronically coordinated with the attached frame location with no master tooling. The joining of the first Gulfstream V vertical stabilizer was a success and installed with no interferences or problems. Joining the horizontal to the vertical stabilizer on the first Gulfstream V was a success. The pre-assembly of these components was completed at Fokker Aerostructures in the Netherlands prior to shipment to Gulfstream.
Hi, my name is Larry Ziegler. I work in the composites building where we fabricate components for the G5 pylon. The pylon frame structure is made of graphite epoxy material. The pylon boards are made of co-cured sandwich construction consisting of graphite epoxy and Nomex core material. The fit of the pylon assembly was accomplished on the first Gulfstream V with minimal interferences. The composite shop also produces the rudder for both the G4 SP and the G5. The composite shop is proud to be a very important part of the Gulfstream V.
Hi, I'm Tim Kessler. I work in the engine buildup area for the BR 710, which was designed for the Gulfstream V. The first engine was received on September 6th and the second on September 10th. We proceeded with engine buildup, installing the inlet on both engines as well as the thrust reversers. The fixed cowl along with the forward and aft engine mount system were installed on the first aircraft. Both the engines were then installed on the first Gulfstream V by September 13th. The engines will be run on the fuselage shortly, but both were shipped from the running test bed in Dollerwitz, Germany. Both engines performed far beyond previous predictions.
Hi, my name is Andy Slater, and I'm the manager of the Integration Test Facility, or ITF. G5 electrical system testing on the ITF has been in progress since initial power on in March 1995. So far, all systems except flap stabilizer, landing gear, and fuel quantity have been integrated. Production installation electrical interface checkout specs using the ITF in a static mode of operation have been performed on all systems, and over 100 system problems have been identified prior to 501 power on. The next step for ITF is to achieve full dynamic capability, which will provide the ability to perform full system functionality checks. This has already been achieved for the engine FADEX, auxiliary power unit controllers, and ECS system controllers. We are projecting to have a full flight capability by the middle of October.
Hi, my name is Michael Heinley, and I support the final line on first shift as an industrial engineer here at Gulfstream Aerospace in Savannah, Georgia. We worked all day and into the night on September 14th to prepare the first Gulfstream V to roll over to paint. Finally, very early on the 15th, aircraft 501 was unshored from its production configuration and pulled off the production line through Hangar 2 and over to the paint hangar. This was a very exciting time for everyone at Gulfstream, as many people from first shift came out to watch us roll out the first G5 off the production line.
Hi, my name is Johnny Love. I work in the paint shop at Gulfstream Aerospace here in Savannah, Georgia. On the night we received the first Gulfstream V, the whole crew was excited about the opportunity to paint it, the one that would be used to introduce the world to the first truly global business jet. We set our plan in motion to use a two-shift operation and detailed out the complete work scope in front of us. The second day into it, we knew we could get it done on time, and it would be done with a true Gulfstream quality paint job. On rollout day, we walked out behind the first Gulfstream V, carrying a banner that said 922-9V. The 9V for 95 in the typical Gulfstream fashion.
And now, the star of the show. Will you roll out the G5, please? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the G5 team walking behind the plane. Let's give them a big, big hand.
36 years, Gulfstream has produced the finest family of business aircraft, beginning with the Gulfstream I in 1959. With each new model, Gulfstream has achieved a breakthrough in corporate aviation. The G5 continues that tradition.
In 1995, Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation introduces the Gulfstream V. Non-stop, New York to Tokyo, Buenos Aires to Paris, London to Singapore, Boston to Dubai. With a range of 6,500 nautical miles, the Gulfstream V will fly substantially farther than any corporate aircraft ever built, and not a moment too soon. Never before has the realm of business been this global. Today, business is being done in parts of the globe considered outposts, if they were considered at all just a few years ago. To successfully manage and grow their companies in this global marketplace, business leaders will circle the earth more times than their imagination could allow just a decade ago. And when they do, they'll use the competitive advantage of the Gulfstream V.
The Gulfstream V, first of the truly global jets designed to allow today's companies to compete in an increasingly global international market. The G5 will provide a combination of benefits and capabilities to its customers that up to this point in time has simply not been available in any other aircraft.
Corporate aircraft for us has been a real competitive edge. It allows particularly top management and the CEO to be more flexible in their scheduling. We grew into a Gulfstream. We started out with smaller aircraft, and then we started going more national and global, and we had to have a plane that could get us long distances. And really, when you get into that marketplace, there's no other choice. Today, you can see national boundaries in business just crumbling overnight. If you want to do business in a global economy, the Gulfstream V is your airplane.
6,500 nautical miles nonstop, New York to Tokyo. 0.8 Mach cruise allows you to move around the face of the earth at 500 miles per hour plus. An airplane at maximum gross weight that can climb to 41,000 feet in just over 18 minutes. The airplane is large enough and has the electrical capability and systems to provide for the most modern communications capabilities. This G5 will be another member of a fine family of airplanes. Performance, reliability, and safety evolved carefully through the application of useful modern technology to create an airplane that on a daily basis can be used for both the short and the long-range missions needed by its owners.
Our employees are really a tremendous competitive weapon here at Gulfstream. The pride that they put in every day is reflected in the product that comes out. It's a can-do attitude. If someone gets an idea accepted, they want to give 2 more ideas. And it really is neat because they are the closest to the process.
We've designed golf courses in close to 30 countries around the world. I'm very interested in the G5 and what it can do for me. I started with props right up through jets until about 7 or 8 years ago, I got into a G2B. And G2B was terrific. I've gone beyond the G2B. The G4 has given me that added range, the added safety. When somebody says, you need to be in Kuala Lumpur day after tomorrow and you've got to be in Africa after, I don't know, wherever. Obviously, a G5 will make that a lot easier. In my book, there isn't any bigger winner than Gulfstream.
The G5 cockpit is going to be very familiar to our current G4 customers. We have made some improvements and additions. We've added GPS only navigation through the FMS. We've got the head-up display, which is going to be very important to our customers for the ability to fly low visibility approaches. The pressurization system is going to maintain a 6,000-foot cabin, which is a first in the industry at 51,000 feet. The head-up display will give you the same capabilities, the Category 2 head-up down to 100-foot decision height. It's a real pilot's airplane. It was really meant to be fun to fly.
The design of the G5 is evolutionary. We build upon the strengths of previous Gulfstream models, but we've also introduced advanced technology. We've introduced the use of CATIA to electronically define all three-dimensional details for the G5. Now when the first airplane's coming down the line, it's coming down the line in almost perfect form. Very few problems show up in assembling that first airplane, and that means a high-quality product for the customer.
When you say Gulfstream, it is reliability. It's knowing that you'll be able to complete the mission that the passengers in the back have asked you to do, that you can do it with the greatest degree of safety of any of the airplanes that I'm familiar with. And of course now with the Gulfstream 4 and the 5, the automation that's involved in those systems makes it a lot easier. The airplane kind of takes care of the pilot and the passengers. The G5 is the ultimate corporate airplane, and this will be the airplane that I think everybody will look forward to flying in their careers.
In the battle for global business, today's business leaders are like England's King Edward in one respect. They need a competitive advantage. King Edward had the longbow. Gulfstream's customers have the Gulfstream V.
There isn't any bigger winner than Gulfstream.
It's a great airplane.
Extremely safe.
The very latest and the very best.
Extremely reliable.
It's an airplane that knows how to go to work.
It has global performance.
It's a can-do attitude.
The ultimate business machine.
The Gulfstream V is your airplane.